Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Should You Buy This House? It's Javier, your home buying coach. Everybody get your pink drinks out. I already drank mine, but it has to be a pink drink, no coffee, no water, no soda. And let's figure out if today and are able to buy a house. And if you want me to consider you for a future video, all you got to do is email me at contact@javiervidana and send your information as much as you can without giving me too much personal info, and you could be considered for a future episode. So let's get the ball rolling. Excuse me. So for starters, this couple is looking in the Houston, Texas area. Houston, Texas, the home of the Houston team. Looking under $400,000 already. I'm already thinking $400,000, is that doable in Houston? Maybe let's push it to 420. 420. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick out a random house. I just want to get a good idea of what the monthly payment looks like. And how we're going to figure that out is we're not going to trust the Zillow tool because the Zillow tool is trash. But I do want to see the taxes because I do have a general idea of how to figure that out. Holy crap, look at that value. Just busted up. The taxes are $632. That can't be right. Yeah, that's more like it. So yeah, that's probably like a brand new house or something. That's why it's so cheap. Whoa, that's 400K. Geez, those taxes just seem freaking ridiculous to me, dude. But anyways, I'm going to use my favorite mortgage calculator, bankrate.com. Still not a sponsor. What are you guys doing? Come on now. Why am I still not a sponsor? That's all I'm saying. Let's just average out $300 a month, which should be about $3,600. Sheesh. Let's average, I don't know, $100 homeowners insurance. Let's assume they have no HOA. Let's assume they're going 5% down. High interest rate just is so wonky right now. I'm just going to estimate high. So we're looking at about $2,200. I don't know. Even if the property taxes is a little higher, we're still looking about, I don't know, $2,300. So, hey, just a quick correction on this. The house in question had about a property taxes about $7,000, and I guess my brain couldn't just process that it was that high, so I put like $300 or $400 for the property taxes. So, yeah, no. If we actually use the actual amount, which is $7,000 a year, it's closer to about $583 a month. So, really doesn't change that much because it's still the same idea, 22 to 2400, 2500. But since freaking Texas has crazy property taxes, the payment is closer to $2,500. So I did make this video assuming that 22, 23 would be the basically the number that we're trying to shoot for. However, you'll see that this still kind of works. So just wanted to make sure to correct that. Texas, I don't know what's up with y'all. Just lower your taxes. Now we know that they're looking for about $2,300 smackaroos on average. So now let's get a good idea of what their situation is. So let me just grab my iPad. Special effects. That's right. You get it all here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go over their top three categories here. They're looking to buy $400,000, and so we're trying to get about, I don't know, payment about $2,300 around there. That's our goal. I can't write that pretty. Let me try that again. $2,300 is our goal. Okay, so according to them, their savings right now is $50,000. Their credit is about 788, and the others is 812. Ooh, impressive credits. And we have their budget information a little bit later. So let's start off with their current savings situation. So at $400,000 for the purchase price, which I'll put PP, do not laugh. Hey, we're adults here, okay? Well, at least that's what YouTube analytics tells me. If you're an adult, let me know in the comments. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. So their purchase price is $400,000. So from here we can, figure out a few things. So first and foremost, because their credit is, in the 700, so we at least know they're going to go conventional for sure. So we know they're going to have several options. They can go 3%, 5%, 10%, or if they even want to, 20%. Okay. So obviously with them only having $50,000 to play around with, we're going to see which one of these works better for them. So now they're all magically going to pop up now. Wow, power of editing. So obviously I can tell off the bat, 20% is definitely off the table. And although you can go 3%, okay, I would probably go against it because 3% will give you a lower interest rate than 5%. So sorry, not lower, bigger, higher. I'm dumb today. So it's going to be either between 5 or 10%. Now that's going to be your down payment, but closing costs is another factor. Now, let's face it, Houston has some high property taxes. So you guys are probably going to be in the higher bracket, maybe even closer to 3%. Obviously, once you talk to your agent, which of course you will hopefully find using our agent referral program, links in the description. Come on, you guys know I'm a sellout. They're going to help you, but I'm going to assume it's going to be closer to 3%. I know it's high, but you guys have, you live in a high property tax state. What can I tell you? I mean, you made that choice, you know what I mean? So I'm going to guess your closing costs are probably going to be closer to 9K, maybe even 10K. So let's just assume CC, which will go right here, will be about, I'm going to say 10,000, but I think that's too high. But that's what I'm gonna guess. But no, it's probably gonna be closer to 8 or 9. I would love if you actually follow up with me, and I will leave a comment when they do to tell me what their closing costs are gonna be. But anywho, so that means if you go with the 10% down, you're going to have exactly 50K, which will leave you in a very, very good spot. Now, I did ask them, and I just say, hey, just to confirm, do you guys have emergency savings? They say yes, they have an additional, a good amount in savings already. So this is perfect for just their housing fund. They have exactly what they need. However, exactly what you need might not be enough. In this market, you might need the additional, you guys know, say it with me, clutch funds. So maybe you might need an extra, I don't know, my clients right now are doing a shortfalls for 5K, maybe 10K to get the deal done. So saving an additional, not necessary, but saving an additional 5 to 10K might make your life a little bit easier to get your offer accepted. You do have enough to pull from your emergency funds and still have that. So I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I think honestly your emergency funds is probably providing you a lot of safety, so I wouldn't tap into that. So I would say you can start looking, but start saving up, you know, those few thousand at a time if you can, so you can start getting those clutch funds ready. But other than that, I mean, I have to say you're a pretty good spot here, so I'm gonna give you guys an astounding check mark. So you guys are definitely ready to go. Next is going to be our credit. Now, you know, of course people are wondering, well, of course your credit's solid, you know, that's going to be great. So, but it's a good question though. You know, 1788. Whoa, is that an 8? That looks like a teardrop, you know what I'm saying? Like the, you know, like one of these teardrops. You know, like if you're like a one, you know, not the cholos used to wear it back in the day, but now apparently, you know, it's cool to wear it. So anyways, 788 reminds me of Blood In, Blood Out. Have you guys ever seen that? I grew up in the hood, so that's like a mandated things you have to watch. Some people are in the comments like, what's that? Oh my god, Javier's Hispanic. Oh no. So they have 2 amazing credit scores, so clearly FHA shouldn't even be considered, which is good news. Someone asked me the other day, well, why does everybody always say FHA is bad and it gets your offer, you know, your offer doesn't get accepted? And literally in the last video, which is right here, I showed you guys, let me show you what the success rate of FHA versus conventional. And I took the time to actually look at it, and still they're like, why? Just FHA offers get accepted less frequently because they have a bad rep, okay? When they use 2 people's for a credit, they always use the lowest score as the score they use. They don't use the highest one. So it's a shame that whoever does have the 812 credit score, it won't be able to get used, but 788 is still pretty solid. You're able to qualify just fine. Now it's everybody's favorite part. The budget. While I pull up the budget sheet, I do want to say a funny story. I had this budget sheet up in my previous video, and I said, hey, if anybody wants to beta test it, just email me. And I thought a few people would email me. There's like 300, 400 people that's emailed me. So I try to get back to most of you. I'm sorry if you haven't. I'm still going through the list, but this is now available. So I had to make another temporary page for you guys. So link is in the description if you want to get your own copy. It is free, but there is an option if you want to help a brother out to pay for it. Very small fee to pay, and you get an additional walkthrough video, but it is free. You don't have to pay for it, okay? So there, you don't have to email me now. It's available. Their gross income is $14,000. And fortunately, they sent me their net income, which is $10,680. Now, some of you guys might be like, "Well, that's a lot of money. What the heck? That's not relatable." Guys, sometimes like the state you're living in, you can be making 500K and it's not enough, okay? So this series isn't about making you feel bad or making you feel good. This is just simply to help people figure out to see if they can buy where they live, okay? Clearly, if they want to move to another state, I'm sure they can afford it. But in this case, they didn't send me anything with the budget. That's totally fine. I don't need to know that. However, I do need to know their debts because that does accord. that does go into what they qualify for. They happen to have a student loan for $537. That's it. No credit card payments, no card payments. Good for them. So if you do get the sheet, you can put your own budget here, and it will help you fill this out and have a lot more detailed if you want to go that route. But for now, just looking at these numbers, we plugged everything right in. They should be able to qualify for $6,400. Yeah. So if you talk to a lender, they're going to tell you that they're really, really well qualified. And the reason why is because they have a really high income and very little debt. Now, in this case, because they have student loans, this is how the budget works. But I would really make sure they check mark this. What does this do? This makes sure the student loans get paid, that payment gets paid first, before it takes any percentages or anything. So it basically accounts for that student loan as an additional payment that gets paid before everything else. So you'll see that the budget numbers get slightly affected. In this case, because they have it, I highly recommend it, okay? As we know, there's 3 rules of thoughts. There's a 25% of your net rule. There's the 33% of your net rule, which I like, and there's the top one being 30% of your gross, which is really tight. They qualify up to $6,400, and you know that $2,400 monthly payment will be less than a quarter of your monthly income. So you guys are astonishingly, I don't know how to say that. So yeah, you guys are in a really good position, and overall, I can say you guys have my seal of approval. You guys are definitely able to qualify. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's going to be good news, and sometimes it will be bad. It will be bad news. So, and like I said, if you're interested in having me do this, and for the next episode, just, you know, send me an email. We also have of course, our agent referral program if you want to check it out. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. I would love to know what you guys think about this, and of course, I don't know, Vatos Locos for life.